Let me in fact bring in some more ground reports that are coming our way. Tragedy has struck Tehran as violence has escalated. Iranian authorities are now reporting that 6 children have been killed in US-Israeli airstrikes on Tehran province. Now, residential areas including neighborhoods in Baharestan county were hit, causing widespread destruction and multiple casualties as well. Let me rope in Mr. Srivastav into this discussion. Mr. Srivastav, you've always batted for negotiations. On the ground now, there seems to be a change of tactics. We are seeing residential areas, commercial areas being targeted, innocent children now being targeted. Do you believe this is an intelligence failures? Maybe the US and Israeli forces are not getting correct information, or do you believe that now their on-ground strategy has changed and they do want to target civilian infrastructure in order to make Iran come down to its knees?
Unfortunately, this is the case where in the next phase of this war, there could be more strikes on civilian infrastructures, as President Donald Trump has been threatening, warning, and the last address which he gave to his nation and also to the adversaries, that if they do not come to a deal, or if they do not open the Strait of Hormuz, then there will be hell raining on them, like threats they have been giving. And obviously, when such kind of a powerful strikes are conducted, especially directly targeting civilian infrastructures like power generating plants, desalination plants, etc., then people will suffer, and ultimately people will bleed. And the same kind of a situation might be repeated what we saw in Gaza, that the thousands of innocent lives were lost, and the thousands of people were injured, displaced from south to north, north to south, and in that process, their life became like a hell. So ultimately, the hell is on the people, and the people of Israel are also suffering. The people in the West Asian region and these countries had nothing to do with this war. They're also suffering. So ultimately, the people are paying the biggest cost of it, and obviously the military-industrial complex, wherever it is, they are enjoying and they are making a lot of money. So that's the harsh reality of any war, and that's happening here too. So, but having said that, let me say that if this kind of hostilities continue, then there will be major devastations. I think if this kind of situation continues, then there could be further escalation and more civilian infrastructures could be targeted, more lives, innocent lives will be lost. And that is why I have been urging time and again that there is a need for the warring sides to come to the negotiating table as early as possible. And that is the need of the hour, and nobody is gaining anything. And ultimately, the people for whom these warring sides give their pretext to protect them, this entire war is in a way self-defeating. Ultimately, the people are paying the biggest cost for which you have waged the war, and you are supposed to fight for the people, and people are suffering. So, what is the purpose of this war? So, I think there is a need for dialogue, and this dialogue and this diplomacy and de-escalation is the need of the hour. Let me say one last point here to answer this question, that Iranian Islamic regime, I think it is IRGC-led at this point of time. So, but even if they want to see a peaceful future, a stable future for their own regime, then I think it is imperative on them also to give open space for dialogue and diplomacy. Okay. And other countries, if the other Muslim countries can go for such kind of interactions with Israel or the United States of America, then after this much of devastation, this IRGC-led Islamic regime should also give a reconsideration on their non-compromising approach toward Israel and the United States of America.